Hello and how everyone doing today? Welcome to the channel. If you're new and if you're a returning viewer, I'm glad to have you back. I decided I want to show you guys the GT Cup race on Gran Turismo 7. It's the Grade 3 one on the Daytona road course. Now this race took me a long time. I've been trying to do this probably a little bit after the game came out because I had this game on launch. So it took me this long to do the race. A lot of people will be like, wow, um, you know, you should have been able to do it by now. I don't know. Um, but it's pretty hard, especially if we don't know the right cars and setups and stuff, which I didn't have the right cars. When I first did this, I tried it with the RX Vision car. I tried it with the FT1, tried it with the Corvette, and also tried it with the Tom Supra as well, which isn't in this list, but I tried it with that too, and none of them worked. So months and months and months later, I get trying it off and on, still not working. So I ended up going on Reddit not too long ago, look up how to do this race. Not how to do it, but suggestions for cars and whatever. Someone suggested the F type for the Jaguar, so I tried it, and it did a great job. It carried me through. It was a battle from the start to the end. It was intense and it was fun. You definitely needed your concentration though. Like you can one little mistake, and you would definitely lose your place. That's for sure. So the setup I have for this car is, so for one, all the things that I bought for this car, I didn't buy anything to raise its power. There are no upgrades. Well, there are some upgrades that you can buy. It's the high turbo and the low turbo. I didn't buy any of those. So power-wise, it's stock the way it is. The only things I bought for it was the customized transmission, the full one, so I could change the gears and all that. And I bought medium racing tires as well. So how do you have to lower? If you do that, you have to lower the PP a bit because it's to 730. As you can see, top corner mine's 729.18. You could drive the thing with hard racing tires, no problem. I guarantee you could win this thing without even tuning it, just buying it right out of the shop, and you could win this race. You'd have to be less hard on the tires, of course. But it's definitely doable. It would definitely be doable. So I did that. So I bought those things, the tires and the transmission. And I did the race, and I finally did it. Like I said, it was a battle and a half from the start to the finish. At no point was I flying through the front, having a huge gap or anything like that. So I don't know if my microphone cut out or not. It cut out on my end. So basically what I said was, if it did cut out, basically what I said there was that the whole time there was never a part in the race where I was leagues ahead of anybody. I was always behind someone, or someone was always behind me. That's just how it was. It was fun. So I'll talk a little bit during the race, because I'm going to play the replay for you guys. I'm going to do that. I'll talk a little bit, but not the whole entire time. So let's grab our drinks, let's grab our snacks, and let's get into this race here. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn that on. All right. So if you brake way too early at this corner, you will definitely, you won't make that corner very well. On the on the right side, where it says course map, there's actually a setting where you can change the fuel map, and what that does actually, it makes it so you use more power or less power. Throughout the whole race, you can. So before I go forward, you can go from 1 to 6. 1 being the most power, 6 being the least power. Um, in this race, I jump between 1 and 2. I flip back and forth between 1 and 2. Um, any less than that, you're probably going to lose enough power, and you're probably going to drop positions, and you don't want to do that, of course. Ooh, hit the wall there. So, I don't say it's a problem, but one of the difficult things about this corner in particular is that when you brake, you have to be turning while you're braking as well. So you're slowing down while you're turning, and you want to keep control of the car so you don't slide out. Because you will, if you don't keep control, you will slide out. Or if you brake too hard, you'll slide out while you're turning. And so it has to be like the perfect balance in that corner. So it's a tricky corner, that first one there. Alright, second place. I think the car in front of me, I want to say it's a Ford GT, but I'm not too sure. I think it might be. No. Because I think I got first place in here. Might be the GT. Yeah, it is a Ford GT. Okay, it's a 2017 one. I thought so. So my fuel's about halfway, and my tires are still pretty good, as you can see on lap 3 here. That corner's a bit tricky. As you can see, I kind of hit the grass there, and I braked a little too late there. This corner is a bit tricky as well. To be honest, this corner is quite tricky too, because you gotta, again, kind of brake from third into second, and then when you brake from third into second, you have another corner, as you've seen, you gotta turn. So you gotta be careful on that one too. I think it's around lap 5, or I think it's either. I think it's the start of lap 6 or the end of lap 5. I think is where I pit, and I drop a lot of poles. I drop down to I think it's 13, and then the rest of the race is me trying to catch up. I mean, when you put in and change your tires and your fuel, you're going to lose position anyway, and you're always going to have to battle your way back up. But that's the fun part about it. Who's in front of me? Let's take a quick look here. WRX. Oh, it's a whoops. Subaru. Nice. All right, let's go back to me. I think most of lap 6, I believe. I have to think all of lap 6. I think I'm still trying to catch them. I don't think I get first in lap 6. Yeah, he's got some good distance on me. I think this was when I was on fuel number 2. Yeah, so I can't actually change it. Like I said, the thing on the left or the right side, I mean, which is unfortunate. I wish I could change it so you guys could see. Actually, I'm pretty sure, I think this is where I pit here, because I think we both pit here. I think we both pit on this one, looking at the fuel and the tires. I was kind of hoping he was going to, too. And then once I noticed that he did, is when I did. I'm like, okay, so he's going to do it, so I'm going to do it, too. As you can see, we're literally at like 7 and 8% of our fuel. A bunch of other cars also decided to pit as well. So this point is just filling the fuel up, as you can see in the bottom. And here we go. We get to start lap 6 now. When I do the actual racing and stuff, I I always play in this view. I can't actually play like this anymore. I actually find it distracting. And I also always drive manual as well. Automatic feels, off to me, to be honest. And I believe that started in, I want to say GT5. Stupid microphone thing fell down. I think that started me using manual. I believe that started in GT5 on the PS3, I believe. Because I know that's how I did it in 6 and Sport. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm in position 11. Um, before me and the other guy put in, I was in second. So, it's just a battle. I have, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 3 laps to get into first. So I was like, am I going to do it? And I figured I would do it, but I didn't know how close of a battle it was going to be, so. Oh, looks like I'm catching. I think I passed the guy in 5th here. Do I? Yep. Ooh, that was pretty dirty. That was a pretty dirty cutoff there. I don't like driving dirty like that. I like, doing clean racing and stuff. I didn't notice how close that was. Because I don't like hitting the other, drivers off the road and stuff either. And the close cutoffs like that. Oof, I didn't notice how bad that was there. Two more laps and then we're all done. And a nice pass there on that corner there. That is a difficult corner. I know I said this already, but it is a pretty difficult corner. I think it's on the final lap is when I catch them. And it's funny because I only have something like 5% fuel left by the time the race is done. Yeah, I was pushing it real close. That's for sure. You guys will see. I believe I was on fuel map 2 at this point. Either fuel, yeah, I think 2. No, I must be on fuel map 1. Because fuel map 1 gave me enough power to pass people, but 2 was enough to at least keep me with the pack, but not fast enough to make me pass people. So I must have been on fuel 1. Alright, so finally first. So as you can see, he's right behind me. Oh, he almost went past me there. As you can see, he was like right on my ass. Like 1, 2, and 3. Or so I should say 2 and 3, I mean. We're right up there. As you can see, my fuel is pretty low at this point. It was, yeah, so as you can see now, it's flashing red in the bottom corner. It literally said like 5% left. It was like, you better fuel 5% left. But I was quite lucky because I, was done the race, right at this point, so. But yeah, that was, the grade 3 race. It was GT race. It was pretty good. Let's go see how much the F-Type is. I can't remember. It wasn't super expensive, I know that. Oh, not used cars. Alright, let's see. $450,000. So it's not bad. It's not a bad price at all. Definitely for what it is. There's a grade 4 one as well. I would assume it's probably one of the better ones too. And I just won $200,000, right? So I won half the price of this car, right? And it's 10 laps. So I could do like 2 races with that car, of that same race, just like repeating that race, and I'd be back at 400 already, right? This car will definitely pay itself off. But I'll show you guys the cars that I was trying to use. So I tried using this one here, didn't work. I tried using where is it? Tried using this again, didn't work. And a couple other ones. Yeah, but like I said, the F-Type was definitely worth it. So for those of you who have not done that race yet, I highly recommend this car. I'll even show you the things that I bought, just so you guys can see that I didn't buy anything that upgrades it like power. So customizing computer, just so I can, change the power output. Anything with NA means you can't buy it, of course. Didn't buy that. I bought this. Okay, sorry. So I bought the racing muffler. One thing that made the power a little bit more. One thing. And I got brake balance, fully customizing, and this, and the tires, more tires, and yeah, that's it. So I apologize about that. So the one thing I bought that jumped it up, maybe like 1 or 2 horsepower, maybe 10. I don't know. Not a lot at all. But yeah, it's definitely a good car. I would never have thought of trying it. Would never have thought of to try it, but I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Definitely leave a comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video.